Good morning, gentlemen. I am John Vickers. I'm the owner of Explosive Performance Academy and creator of the Courageous Men program. We help men become an elite version of themselves by maximizing their fitness, their faith, their family, and their finances. Today's episode, I'm going to talk about the way that you do one thing is the way that you do everything. Now, this is something that I really kind of looked away from. Like I didn't necessarily believe it when I first heard it. I was like, all right, like I can see some things happening here and there. Like I can see some things being true when it comes to that, but for the most part, like no, like that's not really true. Like just because I don't finish one thing doesn't mean I don't finish other things. But then for me, like I started doing more research and looking deeper into how my life was and things that were going on in my life and how I was interacting, how I was reacting, how I was being. Like it was just something that like it was true. Like I would see it in my workouts, right? Like workout but not finish it all. I might have like a whole circuit left. I might have 2 sets of a second circuit left. Might have a whole second circuit left, and I just say like I'm good. Like I'm done. I'm done. And then like I started to look at things in my life and the way that things were in my life, and especially in my business. Like I would start things in my business and not finish them because I was like, like this is good enough, or like this doesn't make sense. Nobody's even opening these emails. Why would I keep doing it? Kind of like this podcast, right? Like I've been consistent with this podcast. My views, my interactions haven't gone up a ton at this point, but in the past, like this is something that I would quit. This is something that I would stop doing because I just wasn't seeing the return right away. Like, and it's true now more than ever. Like, I see more and more things where I don't finish it all the way. Like, I don't finish all the way through. I'll say I'll be halfway done and be like, all right, like that's good. That's good enough. That's good enough. But I had a mentor tell me like, the devil is in the details. Like you're going to make a difference by being extremely, extremely detailed. And that wasn't me, because I would just do enough just to get it done. I have like 2 books that I started that I have yet to finish right now. And it's just something that happens over and over and over again. It's a recurring theme. It's a recurring habit, and it's like, it's exhausting, right? It's exhausting. Like we see so much and we do so much and we want so much, but like we're not doing the work necessary. I had another mentor say, do the fucking work. And like, that's the big thing holding me back, is I'm not doing the fucking work. I'm not seeing the work through. I'm not focusing on the details. I'm starting it, but not finishing it. It happens over and over again. I've caught myself so many times doing it, so many times. And it's just a recurring theme. It's a habit that is just over and over again. And I'm sure if you like deep down look at yourself and your habits, you're going to see things that are recurring themes over and over again, whether it be starting something and not finishing it, whether it be not starting something, whether it be not telling the truth about something. Like, it's just going to be a recurring theme over and over and over again. And it might be like you feel shame, you feel guilt, you might feel resentment. Like you might have these different emotions that are holding you back from doing it. But if you do, like, this is something that you really need to work through. You really need to dig deep and figure out like what it is and why it is that you're not doing what you have to do. Like, I'm doing that work now on myself, trying to figure out like what it is that is holding me back. Like, why do I stop? Am I afraid of success? Am I afraid of failure? Am I afraid of making too much money? Because I didn't grow up with money. I didn't grow up poor, but I didn't grow up with money. Like, we didn't have just money just flowing through our household growing up. So there are times where things are going well when it comes to money, and then all of a sudden things aren't going so well because I take my foot off the brake. Like it's like I'm scared of that success. I'm scared of seeing something through because it could be too good to be true, right? Like, it's just something that I see over and over again in me. For you, I want you to look deep, dig deep into yourself, to see what these recurring themes are in you. See where you're showing up, where you're not showing up, what habits are constantly showing up, what loops you're constantly going through, running in this hamster wheel of doing the same exact thing over and over and over again and not actually growing and expanding from that spot. Where are you at? So that's my question to you. Where are you? What is it that you need to change, that you want to change, but you know you have to dig deep and you have to figure that out, and you have to start doing things the way that you want your life to be. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Figure that out, dig deep, make things happen. Now, if fitness is one thing that you need help with, I've got a free guide for you. It's our Lean and Cut Men's Playbook. All you have to do is go to www.xpafoundations.com/lean and cut men. Again, that's www.xpafoundations.com/lean and cut men. You can get that free guide. It's a free download with some great information that's going to help you get lean and cut in 2023. Now, I haven't said this yet, but this is a free podcast. I would love for you to share it for me. Share it with any friends. Share it with anybody that you feel that this can provide value for. And just continue to put out good, valuable stuff to other people. Bring value to other people's lives. The more value you give to others, the more value that's going to come to you. So please share this with any friends, any family that you know need a little bit of help. And they have these habits that are holding them back from being the best versions of themselves. That's all I have for you today. I'll talk to you tomorrow.